What's up, everyone? Zach here, bringing you another Team Taste game of the day. You want to taste? Today, on the left, we have Zach playing Zoroark Magcargo Control, and on the right, we have Josh playing Stakataka. So he's playing more of a beast box or a beast Stakataka build. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's basically just Stakataka's attacking while trying to tank up damage with some beast rings and some Dustmane shenanigans. But Zach's gonna start off just. Started Lele, but he has Bridget in hand, so he really doesn't care that much. And going to Bridget for 2 Zeros and a Slugma and pass it on over to Josh, who's going to Ultra Ball away a Guzma and a Metal Energy. Looks like he's going to be grabbing a Lele by the... Yep, going to grab a Lele for a Sycamore. So Josh's goal of his deck's just to kind of force everything into 2-hit range. So Josh is actually going to Float Stone the Stakataka out and going to Elixir and Whiff, so that is pretty unfortunate for him. Attaching that Float Stone to the Stakataka is not really what he wants to be doing, but he does hit another Elixir, so that's fine. Stakataka I should probably also mention, because it's a new card. For, I believe it's 3 metals or 2 metals and a colorless, it hits for 120, and its ability is that your Ultra Beasts take 10 less damage, so it's kind of really tanky. You get a couple of Stakatakas down, and they just tank everything. So Josh is going to be able to find another Stakataka and a Metal Energy to attach for turn, while Zach is going to evolve up into Zoroark and Cynthia. So he really wants to get that Magcargo set up, wants to probably hit into this Lele early, so it's a Guzma target later. Zoroark's always been kind of a 2-hit deck, so he's going to be trying to struggle for the 2 hits while Josh is struggling to force him into like a 3-hit range. But Zach's going to trade, and then he's going to Ultra Ball, probably finding another Zoroark or a Magcargo, so he's actually going to find the Zoroark. Trying to draw into those double colorless and the Float Stone. Oh, well, he does have a Float Stone. So Zach's actually going to trade away the puzzle inside of the Max Potion, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, but he'll be able to get that puzzle back later. Now, Zach's going to Evo Soda in the Magcargo, but he's out of trades this turn. He could have... Oh, no, the Zoro came down this turn, so he couldn't evolve it, so... Zach's going to use Smooth Over, Magcargo's ability. Search your deck for any one card and put it on top of your deck. It is a really busted ability. So he's going to find a double colorless and put it on top of his deck for next turn. And then Josh is going to Ultra Ball 2 Metal Energies away to find a third Stakataka. So right now all his Ultra Beasts are taking 30 less damage from attacks. Then he's going to Super out in 3 Metal Energies, attach a Metal Frying Pan, and play an N. So I know most of you probably aren't that familiar with Metal Frying Pan, which it's reduce all incoming damage by 30, so another tanky card. So right now all damage would be reduced by 60 if he hits into the Frying Pan, which is why he didn't want to Float Stone onto that other Stakataka, but Josh is going to miss a Float Stone. So Zach's going to go ahead, be able to start his turn and Evo Soda into his third Zoroark. And Zach's going to go on the attack here and Guzma out a Stakataka with 3 energies. He knows Josh will be able to attack into him next turn, but if he gets the damage on first, then he can kind of control the pace. And then Zach's going to Smooth Over, probably for a double colorless. He's going to trade that Float Stone, yep, find a double colorless, and then trade away a Counter Catcher, and trade an N away. So he's just going to be seeing all the cards in his deck. And then he's going to Ultra Ball away at Bridget and Delinquent to find another Slugma. So his other Magcargo must be in deck. So being able to Smooth Over twice in a turn is really strong. And then Zoroark's going to hit for 90 because of Stakataka's ability. So it's 120 minus that 30 damage. So which puts that Stakataka into 2-shot range, which is all that Zach wants. So being able to hit for 90 is pretty strong. If Josh theoretically hit like a Field Blower and a Metal Frying Pan, then he could prevent it, but Zach would be able to find a Field Blower anyways with the Magcargos. So Josh is going to be able to swing for 120 into that Zoroark, and Zach's going to trade away and going to Acerola up all that damage, put up a fresh Zoroark. Zach's going to Smooth Over, find something maybe for next turn. I'm not sure what he's going to be looking for. Now Zach's also playing Max Potion, so he could have Max Potion there, but then he would have had to waste one of the double colorless, and he can just do it later. Zach is going to trade away an E-Hammer. Oh, and he's going to find that other Magcargo, probably what he was looking for, but right now Zach really doesn't need anything else in hand, so he doesn't Smooth Over. But Josh is going to play an Ultra Space down, probably going for that Dustmane Solgaleo, or Necrozma. That looks like a Solgaleo, which he is going to grab it, and he's going to Beast Ring and put, looks like he has a couple B-strings in hand. He's going to put 2 energy onto that Solgaleo, and then going to attach up to that Lele for the retreat, and going to B-string 1 more energy on. I kind of don't like that much. I think he could have B-string a second, or like a 4th energy onto that Dustmane as long as he had it in deck, because you know he's going to want to follow up with a Sunsteel Strike. But Josh is going to Cynthia, and this turn he'll be able to use its GX attack, which is, if you're behind on prizes, it does 250, I believe. And so he's just going to cleanly one-hit that Zoroark, take his first 2 prizes, and Zach's probably no way that he can come back from, or can return a knockout. So Zach's actually going to promote a Lele and attach a double colorless to it, so he's going to energy drive, which I don't like his playing of the Reverse Valley, which as dark damage, or 10 damage to dark type Pokemon attackers, but reduces Steel's incoming damage by 10, so usually it doesn't matter if a Zoroark's attacking into the metal because it cancels each other out, but with the Lele attacking in, it actually could make a difference somewhere along the line. But Zach's going to be able to end Josh down to 4 again, hoping that he doesn't find any more B-strings, or if doesn't find that extra energy that he needs for the Sunsteel Strike. And Zach's going to be trading away, and then looks like he's going to energy drive for 70. So even though there's a bunch of energy on, the stack attack is reducing it by 20, and their Reverse Valley by another 10. So Josh is going to be able to Nest Ball for another stack attack, just trying to tank all the damage up. And he's probably going to be looking for Guzma here, but it looks like he only gets a Float Stone. So he will Float Stone. Looks like Josh did draw into another B-string too. He could play that, but decides not to. And going to Sunsteel Strike the Lele for knockout. So now Zach's plan of attack is probably to find an end this turn. And Zach will Parallel City, Josh making him take away a Lele, which isn't the biggest deal in the world, but also taking away a stack attack. So Zach needs to hit a lot to get this one hit. He's going to Rescue Stretcher in 3 Pokemon. And then looks like Zach's going to Smooth Over for a puzzle. And now also I think I end up cheating somewhere where you can only really Smooth Over for 1 card, like per trade. And got a little sloppy and Smooth Over for 2 cards and trade it into it. Where you could Smooth Over then trade, but if you Smooth Over twice, then you would have to shuffle your deck. So essentially, I cheated. But, you know, it wasn't intentional, and we caught it after the game. So from now on, we won't be doing that. So my bad on that one. I think it's next turn that it happens, where I would have had to trade an extra card away to get what I wanted. But in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really matter for this game. But keep on an eye out for it, because every time you Smooth Over, you have to shuffle your deck. So really, you can only Smooth Over for 1 card at a time. But Zach's going to Smooth Over again and trade. Looks like he doesn't find enough for the 1 hit. I think if he would have found another Pokemon and a Choice Band, he could have got the knockout. No, you would have been 10 short, so Zach didn't try to overextend for it. Now Josh finds an Elixir from the end of 2, but looks like he whiffs it and has nothing else going on, so he's going to pass. That's where the extra energy onto the Solgaleo, or the Dustmane, would have been pretty clutch. But Zach's going to Smooth Over, and up there is where you can only smooth over for 1 card per trade, guys. Heads up. Oops. And then going to trade. Now Zach does have cards that he could have traded away, so it's not the biggest deal, but looks like Zach's going to double puzzle for a Delinquent Parallel City. Decides against that Parallel City, but he's going to grab Delinquent double colorless, and he's going to Delinquent 2 cards out of Josh's hand, which is Ultra Space and a Dustmane promo. So that, even though Josh did nothing, he could have been sitting on an Ultra Ball, which is pretty big. So now Zach's going to find a Guzma and swing into the stack attack after a trade and hit it for 100. And looks like Josh got nothing. Josh had an Ultra Ball, so if Zach didn't Delinquent him, he would have had a chance to grab a Lele and, you know, go back in on the attack. So that Delinquent was pretty clutch from Zach, and overall a pretty close game. I think Josh could have attached an extra energy to the Dustmane, but I think in the end it really didn't matter. I don't know, it would have been close. But, yep, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. I have a deck list or a deck profile for Zoroark Magcargo up. Maybe I'll do one for Stakataka if you guys want. So let me know down below. Later, everyone.